Discovery. This tragic end of Harry for marrying Meghan has been warned. Marrying each other is fine. That's their decision. Leaving the family and moving is fine as well. That's their choice. Doing the Oprah shit show and the Spotify wine fest is where they lost the goodwill and respect of most people. There's always will be the Time magazine, etc., celebrity fan magazines that only look for sales. But for real respect, regard, and affection of the way people, they blew it. And it didn't have to be that way. They could have done it with class and dignity, but they chose to take the low road. Mansions and money can never make up for what they threw away, and that William and Catherine have in spades. Respect, regard, affection. That's the big price to pay. It also underscored their positions as the spare, quite disposable, because the British royal family has moved on. The Wessexes stepped up, Catherine upped her game, and the Sussexes were shown that they were no longer needed or respected by the people. According to the sources, the plans were moving too quickly for a long-distance relationship, and too little was known about Meghan Markle. Nobody wanted Harry to get hurt or humiliated. Meghan does not have a good track record in any area. Meghan will do whatever it takes to get the money and her fame that her ego craves. She's bamboozled Harry, who's a very trusting person, and he's very gullible, and he believes that all fairy tales that Meghan feeds him. He really does not have a very strong mind of his own like William, who is wise and intelligent and can discern when someone's taking advantage of the royals. Meghan would do anything to get what she wants, and that includes faking it with Harry. Based on recent events and what I've researched, the royal family would have warned Harry for several reasons. I think they make a good point to learn that what they can about all the girlfriends and boyfriends who are entering the family, and you can bet they check out the ones hoping to marry a senior royal. They're both happy to do basically nothing while living on the handouts of family members they later treat very badly. As far as the Feminist Label goes, of course, she's nothing of the sort. It's just something she likes to say because she thinks it sounds good, along with the claims to be an eco-warrior, an animal lover, a vegan, change religion every time she gets married, blah, blah, and more blah. Whatever happens to pour out of her, even her open mouth at the moment, and it sounds good. Does it mean anything? Obviously not. They would have known she's a feminist. She likes to speak out on politics, the Me Too platform, abortions, voting, and voting for who and why. Not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying it's all the things they're not free to speak about. Not allowed to try and influence the public on any of those subjects. That would have given the family a few concerns. Meghan was around 37 at the time of the marriage, as she is 40 now, and it's very hard to change who you are when you're used to living a certain way. We can assume pretty safely that the family spoke to Harry about marrying Meghan. Before his death, Prince Philip hasn't really been the best of health in recent years, and I wasn't sure if he would have stuck to his oar in the whole deal. And most news services reported that he left Sandringham in advance of being the big gathering concerning the Sussex royals, stepping back from their roles as senior royals and dividing their time between North America and the UK. This might indicate that they went against his advice or that they might not feel up to confrontation. Maybe he feels that Prince Charles and Prince William, along with the Queen, had enough to deal with in a delicate situation. Prince Philip has a strong reputation for having a short fuse and being quite outspoken. It's possible everyone agreed this meeting would end up more productive with a delicate approach towards Prince Harry. Why do I say that? Well, number one, it's been said that Prince Philip had said, "We date actresses, we do not marry them." Number two, Prince William spoke to Prince Harry, said, "You don't feel the need to rush into it." Number three, we heard Uncle Charles, Diana's brother, spoke with Harry about his concerns about the family. Number four, Harry's best friend Skippy said he spoke with Harry and just wanted him to be careful, slow down. Number five, Harry said in the Oprah interview early on before the wedding, the family had a family meeting. He felt they were letting him know how hard it might be. They brought up the Queen, Grams, and offering Meghan a chance to go on acting. Take time to learn how the ropes work and the protocols, life in the monarchy, and also covered security and costs, and why no titles for his children right away. And a reminder about maybe never. Dad does want to slim down the monarchy and has for years. Then someone mentioned, what do you think the children might look like? So yes, family had concerns, but they were all about an American actress who was very public on political platforms. Rather, would she be able to understand what you could or could not be done once you're a working royal? The tabloids are terrible. They'd all been through it. They're worried, with good reason. Harry spoke up angry at the tabloids 3 months into their dating, something they never do. So yes, concerns were raised. Turns out they were right to worry. 18 months of marriage and off to Canada, November 2019, where they let it be known, stepping down in January 2020. Archie never returned after leaving for Canada in November 2019, and Meghan did not understand titles, securities, or ranks in the monarchy, or what cannot be covered in the press or at events. She felt that due to bad tabloid press and death threats to Harry, Archie should have gotten full-time security, not just security at the house. So she said clearly they did not cause the tabloid news or clickbaits. He needed to be safe. Then, if a title and security wouldn't protect him. So somehow, even in March 2021, while telling her complaints, she still felt that it was due to things that he might be denied. I think not. The family was right. It was not going to work. Someone wanted to rush it and not go slow. And he could not take the rumors the tabloids make up daily. Sadly, Harry has given up a lot to move to the USA. In the beginning, I believe she was given unfair treatment by the family and the media. But since the day they got married, it's been one thing after another. Her family, his family, moved to Canada, then LA, for no reason whatsoever. Then there is the child who does not have a choice in the matter, but a royal family that adores him, serving him a Camp Bastion with the UK. Harry, from our conversations, was a great guy. He even served there once I redeployed. From that time till now, the only common denominator for change has been Meghan Markle, and the change has not been that good for all parties involved. I am adding an important comment here, and I hope truth tellers will support her. Once a fan wrote about her experience, she said, "I'm accused of these things every 5 seconds. I am not and never have been. I'm sick and tired of being attacked because I'm disgusted with a woman who pretends to be a humanitarian when she's a self-serving, entitled hypocrite. People are poor and starving. It is highly unethical to wrap yourself in diamonds and talk about how much you care. It offends me and violates me every time this deceitful woman opens her mouth. I am a God-centered person, and I hold Meghan Markle accountable for her lying and deep duplicity. I consider her selfishness and disregard for the poor to be the ultimate sin. People say, who is she hurting? And you are jealous. What Meghan is guilty of is not a victimless crime. She indulges herself at the expense of those who suffer. Furthermore, Meghan is participating in a family that believes itself to be superior to all others. My God created all men equally. Meghan is a descendant, and she should know better than to consider some people superior to others. She should understand the implications of that belief. She is complicit in a system while preaching the gospel of equality. I am sick and tired of the whole charade.